Well, the Kendrick and Drake thing.
Yeah.
You felt it was about gatekeeping the culture. Explain.
What's interesting about Kendrick's song, Kendrick was really getting on Drake about not being from this lineage. And the whole song, they're not like us, they not like us. That song, a lot of people are looking at it as a way to gatekeep our lineage. He gets on Drake about having to come to Atlanta to get with the authentic black people in order to get swag. Kendrick clowned Drake for the whole slave comment.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know why Drake gave him that alley-oop in the diss record. He gave that to Kendrick. And Kendrick took it and ran with it. Like, you're mentioning the slaves, but you're a colonizer. You're acting like a colonizer. You're coming over here to our culture as basically foundational black Americans, going to a city like Atlanta, which was a prominent state during slavery, and you're getting with the former slaves in order to get your swag up so that you can act like us, but you're not like us. You're not like us. So that was a song really about lineage, because right now there's a big lineage movement right now. People are looking at our foundational black American lineage and looking at our culture and looking at the uniqueness of it. So all of that kind of ties in.
Well, yeah. Colonizer has become the new culture vulture. The culture vulture is the new honky. And you know what I mean? As the years progress, there's always going to be a name that white people get called. And, you know, I've been called a colonizer a fair number of times since then. That's cool. But, I mean, listen, it's an incredible song. And, you know, he did break down a lot of this strategically. And then when the video dropped, there was all types of little
Easter eggs
messages and everything else like that. And I remember there was it Euphoria, where he basically tells Drake that he doesn't want to hear him say the N-word anymore?
Yeah. Because Drake, there's a video of Drake saying the N-word, and he says it with the hard ER, and it sounds weird. It sounds very weird.
When he was in Canada,
Yeah, saying the N-word with a hard ER and a Canadian accent, it just kind of, it was a cringy looking thing. And also when Drake did the whole blackface thing.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, so Drake has done some questionable things that a lot of people could use against him, and Kendrick used all that stuff against him. Pusha T used it against him too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, no matter how you want to look at it, yes, Drake is mixed. He's got a black father and a Jewish mother. But he was raised basically how I was raised. You know what I mean? Because his black father wasn't the one that he was living with during the course of his childhood. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't in the home. It was his mom. He lived with his Jewish mom around his Jewish relatives in a Jewish area of Toronto. So he probably didn't start using the N-word until he started rapping later on. That's what I think.
That's why it sounds so weird.
Yeah. It's not like he was saying it around his mom. His mom would be like, yo, cut that out. Like, you know, I don't want to hear that.
Yeah, he had a whole bar mitzvah and the whole...
He had a bar mitzvah, like me. So I'm saying it'd be almost like me using the N-word, which I never do. And it's like, I think that Kendrick kind of had a point. And I think it was on Family Matters where it starts off with his mom saying, I don't think I should start, you know, I don't think you should use... Then he just started like doubling down and kind of use the N-word all through the song.
And then some people try to justify Drake's behavior by saying, well, his dad is a foundational black American, so that would make Drake somewhat a foundational black American. No, that Drake has foundational black American lineage, but Drake is an immigrant. And that's different from being a foundational black American. We're not immigrants.
He's a Canadian.
Yeah, but he still immigrated over here.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's much different. Way, way different. So.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think that this was Drake's first solid loss.
A major loss.
Yes.
And I had them as tying because Drake was giving his responses back. And Drake had some club bangers. And I said, man, the only thing that's killing Kendrick or stopping Kendrick from beating Drake, Kendrick don't have any club bangers. And then bam, he released They're Not Like Us.
That's a club banger.
Club banger.
Yeah.
The #1 song, man. The #1 song in the country is a diss record.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Nah, I feel you, man. Kendrick did his thing. Yes, then the pop-out concert was almost like a victory lap, and then the video.
The way they marketed that, he never performed the song until he did that pop-out concert and then just made it, that just took it to a whole different level.
Yep.